slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta again. Welcome. Straight Talk. Place where we dot the I's and cross the T's. With me, the Liquid Monkey, your host. Accompanying me are recurring guests, Professor Red Pill, Josh Stubble, a man who knows his business in the realm of the political treachery of the modern world. Professor Red Pill, Josh, welcome, and thank you for your presence.
Thanks, brother. Welcome to a new show, new segment, new setup. We're ready to go. We are live.
We have to thank our audience for being so generous to allow us to grow. That we always say is like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing the first green shoots of our endeavors. Like you can see, we're getting better production, and we cannot be any more happier or grateful to our audience who's being loyal to us. Thank you, and we're ready to begin our show. Professor Red Pill, it seems that you have something to share for us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you guys been following the news, Gonzalo Lira, journalist that, has been a member or he's been a guest on not our podcast, but our Telegram channel. And yes. This was early on in the conflict before he was arrested for the first time. He's been arrested. I guess he's been detained 3 times so far. So he's currently locked up in a Ukrainian prison, as you saw in the title credits with the intro, and apparently he's still waiting for trial. And unfortunately, we don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, it's a delicate situation. If you followed the Tucker Carlson Twitter feed, he had said that his father came on. His father said that he hasn't been given adequate legal help or legal assistance, and he's in limbo. So
he is being.
If you guys want to,
please go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm just saying, if you guys would like to go ahead and go to Twitter and just post whatever you can on #FreeGonzalo. And just let them know that, hey, it's enough, dude. He should be released. This is uncalled for.
Yes, I understand that he's being detained under the charge of Russian propagandist. He's being a Russian propagandist and delivering false information in order to create panic in Ukraine. He was in Ukraine at the time of his detention, while in several podcasts in YouTube, speaking things speaking straight talk, speaking facts. The thing is that the things he said, very controversial, were also difficult to rebut. So. He was at one point. He was detained. He was released and authorized to detained freedom, in the sense that he was surveilled by agents, and then he was definitely sent into a prison, re-released, and then he was trying to cross the border to Poland, I believe, or Hungary, I believe, and then he was detained for good. I understand that he's been now held for up to 8 years, and he's fearing for his life because he's got a heart condition. He was also subject of not only unlawful detention, but unlawful cruelty by fellow prisoners, suspiciously under the supervision of corrupt guards, as it's been alleged, in the successful intention to extort $70,000 from him. That's his fate. So far, we don't know anything about him except that he is in jail doing forced labor, and of course
being frowned upon by fellow Ukrainian prisoners and guards because he's been a Russian propagandist. We wish him the best of the outcomes.
Yeah, and like I said, give your prayers, and hopefully this conflict comes to a resolution and a peace deal, which I'm predicting is going to happen very soon.
He is still one thing worth noting is that he is an American citizen, and the embassy should be, if it's not, should be doing its all its efforts into releasing him.
Yeah, I mean, this is true. I mean, it's actually, I wouldn't necessarily say it's the duty of the U.S. Embassy, because as far as the State Department is concerned, if you are involved in any type of incarceration overseas or charged with a crime, they first point you towards legal representation. They help assist you with communicating with family and friends, loved ones, and to let them know they can help with like certain monetary stuff, with sending money and sort of things like that. They do have some limited communication they do with the government, but obviously we know that they're giving money to the Ukrainian government and have been since the conflict, and even before the conflict began in 2014. But that's a whole nother story altogether. The reality is that if you are ever locked up abroad as an American citizen, do not expect the U.S. government to help you. I mean, that's the reality.
And of course, that's a harrowing reality. I mean, that nowadays we are just seeing this is the very testament of United States administration turning its back on its citizens.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say turning back, but it's the State Department's priority is not legal representation or anything like that. It's not necessarily, they give some support, but it's not their primary. Their primary is diplomacy and communication and envoy and stuff like that. It's not like citizen services. That's on the lowest on the totem pole. And any American would know this that's visited an embassy overseas, that basically this is what you have to look forward to, is when you show up, it's like, well, what do you want? And it's hurry up and wait mentality. But that's anything in the government,
This in a way sounds me as the gradual rot of the public, the institutional relationship that the embassy has with its expats all around the world. This attitude of just don't bother us, and we'll do what we can, but we don't care. We won't care so much about it. There's no professional, on-duty people with the vocation of actually solving problems. As it happened in Argentina, the government became a facade for people wanting to profit from it, which came to a halt with the election of Javier Milei, which also remains to be seen. He is 5 days into office, and he's taking some measures that are polemic, to say the least. But we have some time. We'll just talk about that maybe later. However, going back to the subject, it seems that Gonzalo Lira is in a difficult situation, and he is alone, much to the chagrin of the abandonment. Is abandonment a fair word to say, Professor?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like I said, it's not their priority. Their priority is not citizens. It's not services overseas for U.S. citizens. It's very limited. Most of the State Department, or sorry, I guess State Department, the embassies overseas, they're primarily with U.S. citizen services is like foreign birth records, passports, that sort of stuff. Very basic stuff when it comes to this type of situation.
Exactly. This will require. Yeah, this will require a further effort that the United States government does not seem to be willing to take.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's not their primary duty towards towards citizen services overseas. They point you towards legal representation. They may help you like find an attorney and that sort of thing, and communicate to your family abroad if that's the situation. But it's in the hands. Yeah, it's in the hands of the Ukrainian government at this point, and whatever their legal proceedings as they move forward. The reality is I think the case is quite. I think it's very weak at best, and that's the reason why I think that the prosecutor keeps prolonging it and postponing it, because they need investigation. The guy's been under investigation for over a year now, and if you can't bring fruits or bear fruits of any type of nature related to investigation after a year, it's very weak at best.
They are retaining him because they don't like him, just like that.
That's it. Like I said, I said that before in our Telegram channel, that basically they're holding him without trial under the law, and whenever they're ready to deal with them, they're ready to deal with them. But they don't necessarily have to, you know, listen to the U.S. government or the Department of State, and they don't have to listen to us. They don't have to listen to anybody. But obviously, it's a big deal now because mainstream media, Tucker Carlson, for instance, has made it a big deal. So I mean, now it's well known and it's becoming an issue.